Hey guys, Midget here and welcome back to another episode of my Derby Career Mode. This episode is episode 9 and we are in January and we start the transfer window. Well, we start the transfer window, we completely finish the transfer window, and I didn't think it would take one episode, so I'm really sorry guys, but it took one episode and I didn't think it would. If it took two, obviously I'd get your guys' thoughts on who I should sign, but surprisingly it was kind of quick, this transfer window for me. I normally spend at least 2 episodes on the January transfer window, but in this episode I only took one. I was sort of taken by surprise. But we start off with an offer for Ben Mee, straight swap for Charlie Taylor, and Andre Gray and Darren Bent with the same deal, and we put in a £450,000 offer for Scott Park, and you might be like, 35 years old, why would I want him? But he's an absolute tank. He's 78 rated at 35. He's a veteran. He's still a really good player. For that 1 year he could play that we just serve us, he could, you know, teach so much to the youngsters like Hughes and all that. We also put a 1.7 bid in, I think that was for Kearney, and a 700,000 bid in for Alex Pritchard, and we simulate the first game of the episode against Notts County in the Emirates FA Cup, which ends 0-0, and Thomasins gets injured, which isn't good. We also get a offer back from Burnley saying they've accepted for Andre Gray, I believe it was, and Kia wants more wages, but I don't want to offer him that. And Mason Bennett, in the episode previously, he said he wanted to leave the team, but now he's having doubts. And so we go into the transfers, into contract negotiations with Andre Gray, who's the striker I'm looking for, because I know someone commented I should sign Bennett, but I think he's too close to Martin in the sense that he's not the fastest, he's alright pace, but he's also very strong, so I need that, you know, dashing, really fast striker, and Andre Gray can fill that role up, because Darren Bent is not fast, but he's alright, you don't get me wrong, but I just need a fast striker. So 2.1 million for Kearney was the most I was going to pay, and we put in a £1 million bid for Alex Pritchard, as I really wanted to sign him. He was in the last 6 months of his contract, but he's only 22. He's 1 year off signing him on pre-contract extension, pre-contract expiry, sorry. But I want to get Mason Bennett to 70 overall, and as you see here, it's a piss take. He's almost at it, so I'm going to stop scouting him, training him when he's 70. Blackburn Rovers do come in with an offer for Lee Grant, and I went 400k just to match his valuation, you know what I mean? And it wasn't working, the Scott Parker deal wasn't working, so I was like, okay, I'm not going to mess about, I'm just going to sign him on contract expiry, because I really want him. As you see here, 1 season, if he goes down this season to 77, he's still going to be a really phenomenal player. Even if he goes down 3 ratings, he's still going to be 74, you know what I mean? He's just a no-brainer. He's an absolute class player. He's like the Scott Baird, if you know what I mean. That's an insult to Scott Baird. That's an insult to Parker, matching him with Scott Baird. Chris Baird, sorry. But yeah, so we do end up signing Andre Gray, which was a really good game, which was a really good deal, and we end up using him in this game against Charlton. And just saying, because I want this episode to be mainly transfer based, these are goals only, so spoiler warning, Gray dispossesses his man in the 34th minute. He was the coolest man on that field right there. He finished it. It's a great start to his Derby County career. It's a lovely little dispossess there. Paced it down the middle, and lovely finish from Andrew Gray makes it 1-0 to Derby County at the iPro Stadium, I believe it is. And Henderson and Bergdich get in a scuffle. Martin heads it for Russell, Russell shot is saved. I'm fucking out of it now, boys, I'm sorry. Russell's shot is saved, and it goes to Vyman, who wins a header against, I think that was like Bauer or Bergdich, and both of them are quite tall. I don't understand how Vyman won it, but I don't really care. I've won myself 2-0 against Charlton, which I'm pretty happy with. And Blackburn just came back and said we're not going to pay 400 for Grant. So I was like, oh, why not just sell him for 375? I don't really need him. He's third choice keeper at the moment, so it'll just put some nice cash in. And we trained Bennett, and he manages to get to the finally to that 70 overall. So finally he's a really good player. Well, really good player. He is a good player anyway. But yeah, we managed to pick up ourselves our second signing of this transfer window in the like of Tom Kearney and Scott Parker. So we signed the duo from Fulham, which leaves us with not a lot of money. I think it was just enough money to sign Pritchard, if I were to sign him, of course. And I started to come in with an offer for, what's his name, David Marshall, but I was like, no mate, you can fuck off. David Marshall's 77. He's a really good player. And we go to contract talks with Alex Pritchard. Then we have the second leg, because obviously we drew in the first leg, and Kearney scored on his debut, and Gray scored in his second game, his second goal in 2 games, which is absolutely phenomenal. Great play from them too. And we end up signing Alex Pritchard, guys. So I had 1.9 million left over, but I didn't really sign anybody because I was like, I guess it wouldn't be bad if I signed someone, but I'm just going to leave contracts and I'll leave it for you guys. But then obviously the transfer window ended abruptly. But in the 75th minute, playing Wolves, James Henry fired a ball into Sigurdarsson, and Sigurdarsson with a nice header headed it past David Marshall and opens the scoring for thingy for Wolves. And straight from the half-time kickoff, Alex Pritchard plays it into Tom Kearney, who does some nice goals, runs down the wing, obviously because Ince is injured. I don't play Ince, but he backheels it to Sawanakambo. Sawanakambo crosses it, and Pritchard, out of all people, my newest signing, has just scored on his debut. He's out there to prove a goddamn point, I'm telling you. Alex Pritchard, I really like the player. It's weird because I like playing 4-2-2-2. It's my favourite formation on FIFA at the moment. But he plays better in a 4-2-3-1, which is just like, do I want him playing better or do I want the whole team playing better without him playing better? But I don't want to drop him. But literally a couple of minutes later, I swung the ball in with, I think that's Mason Bennett from a corner. Jason Shackle just about got there. I thought Martin was going to lob the keeper and, just like do the little squat. But no, Jason Shackle did that, just headed it over the Arsenal loanee Martinez and scored our second goal. But here, Wolves played like fucking Barcelona, didn't let me have the ball, and you saw the state of that goal. That was absolutely dirty. I was pissed off, but then at the same time I was like, well, it was coming. They played like Barcelona. So now I really want to train Sawanakambo to the 70 overall because 68 just looks a bit meh, you know what I mean? I want 70 rated players. And then I don't really care about the FA Cup until if I get into the later rounds, but we play Swansea at home and lose 2-1, which is not good, but Butterfield scored, which is a positive, I guess. And we played Preston North End here at the iPro Stadium. Gray went down the wing, passed it to Russell, a great, turn-in finish from Johnny Russell, and great finish. And in 3 minutes, or 4 if you like, we are 1-0 up, which is always a good deal, as I want to get the most points out of the games I have, obviously, because I want to be progressing automatically. So just in case goal difference comes to mind, we need to be getting all the goals. And speaking of goals, we just had the chance to get ourselves a goal in the 25th minute as Wright tackled my man Johnny Russell, no sorry, Will Hughes, they're both blonde, don't this, and Ince with his first game back gets the chance to score his first goal in a while, and I looked over like who could take the penalty, but I decided to take it with Ince in the end, and I score. The keeper went the right way, but Thomas Ince's penalties are just too sick, so we're 2-0 up in 27 minutes. It's looking very fabulous for the Rams, and obviously I want to play Preston week in, week out, seeming that I beat them 6-1 away, and now in 27 minutes I'm 2-0 up, so let's hopefully we score some more goals. And in the 39th minute, Charlie Taylor played in Alex Pritchard with a sick-ass ball to Andre Gray. And what's going to happen? Andre Gray, he scores because it's Andre Gray. He's absolutely phenomenal. The signings are really working, guys. I can't fault a single signing I've made so far, apart from Parker. I'm kidding. Parker's probably a beast for Fulham right now. And yes, so we're 3-0 up before half-time, which is just going, oh yeah, we're gonna swarm them. And in the 60th minute, Gray is running down this swing. He sweats over to who else but Richard bloody Keogh. And he scuffs his shot a tiny bit, but he still put it into the back of the net. So we're 4-0 up here, and it's looking like it's going to be a rout, which it was in all fairness. But look, just look at the way Keogh hits this shot. He hits it as hard as he can, but it just lifted and floated towards that right hand side. I was like, fucking hell, that could have been saved. But anyway, so with transfer deadline day, I just signed all those players, and that's basically it, guys. I didn't think that it would end so abruptly, because it's like I literally played a couple of games. I thought, I'd have more time, but it just sort of was really quick, and I didn't have time. So anyway, guys, basically that I'm going to leave you with that. So this was I'm going to see you guys later, and peace out. By the way, my next episode is coming out tomorrow like normal, so yeah, sorry for playing.